Welcome back to Wheel and Command Pro Tips. In this episode, I'm going to talk about setting up digital voice messages in CenCom Core. So coming in, I'm just going to grab a control head, a external siren, and a howler, so I have all of our siren bases covered, and we're going to go forward. So under the Tones view, we have the Manage Digital Voice Messages button, and if you click this, it opens the Manage Digital Voice Messages window. And so here is where we can add and remove our DVM files. So to add one, you click the plus button here, and it creates a new entry for you. So the first thing you want to do is give it a name. So what I like to do is I like to name it after what the file is actually going to say, within reason, because you have a 24 character limit. So the file that I'm going to add says pullover, but I like to first put DVM in front of it and then a hyphen. So what this does is when the tone gets added and it goes into the list and I'm scrolling through, I'll know immediately it's a DVM tone. You can also filter by DVM, and I'll show you that, but just when I'm not filtering, I just like to be able to easily tell that that's a DVM tone, so I don't mistake it for a different tone. So anyway, this one's going to be called pullover. So we do that, and then you just simply browse for your file. So my file's right over here. I double click it, and I can preview it if I want to, but since I already know what it says, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click OK. And that's going to get added into this list here. So since I put DVM in front of it, there it is, DVM pullover. And of course, we can also filter by digital voice messages, and it'll display all the digital voice messages you have added. So DVMs can be played on essentially everything. Your main siren can play it, the cabin speaker, the external siren, and the howler can all play DVM tones. If you want to remove a DVM, you just come back into this window here, and you just click the X to remove it, but I don't want to do that. So just some things to cover. You don't need to re-add a digital voice message if it's already been added once for a configuration. Each time you create a digital voice message in command, it's going to be stored and available for use in future CenCom Core configurations. Likewise, if you happen to get a configuration file that has a digital voice message in it that you do not already have on your computer, that will get added to command for you as well. So DVMs are good because you can get a consistent message across your fleet if you're using this in a fleet application setup where all your cars could be saying the same message. They're also good because you can do like multilingual messages with them. We do recommend that you don't use things like Google Translate in order to directly translate over from English, for example, to Spanish, because the way languages can be, their sentence structures can be set up, you may not get an accurate translation over. And so you don't want to sound a little silly when you're trying to say something like emergency tornado warning and it's not coming out correctly in the other language. And the last thing to note is that each configuration file has about a max limit of 3 minutes of DVM tones. That about covers everything for digital voice messages in CenCom Core. Thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for more Wheel and Command Pro Tips.